Hi, Cynthia.
Hello, Phaki.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good today.
We're tapping on the stomach, on stomach issues. I'm saying the stomach, but it could be, digestion, on, uh, you know, all of those fun issues. I think everybody has struggled with some aspect of that in their life. Um, and
Or
it's
know
not,
somebody who has.
yeah, absolutely. And it goes into a lot of different the reason why I wanted to tap on it is because the stomach has, sometimes they call it the brain of the body, because you have more nerve endings in the stomach than anywhere else.
And it's like a
um,
little universe, too.
yes, and it's such an indication of your health. When I say your health, how you treat yourself. We're doing a 21-day challenge on self-esteem, and one of a really big indication of your self-esteem is how you eat. Not because of you're wanting to look a certain way, but also just like how you treat yourself. How do you nourish your body? How do you take care of yourself? You know.
And some people, like what I've noticed, one of the things that a terrible habit that I have when I eat is when I was a kid, I would eat too slow and everybody would make fun of me. And so now I eat too fast. And then from working in restaurants and being a massage
Yes.
therapist and always being on the go or eating in my car or whatever, or standing up, I've eaten more times standing up than I could care to even admit, or even remember. But um, so in eating, so I think sometimes we also subconsciously eat in scarcity.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
you're like trying to eat real fast so you can get all your food and that nobody else can get your food and stuff like that. So
Oh, absolutely. It's that's so true. I mean, especially that's a great. My dad was like that was something he would always say, like, chew your food, eat slowly, enjoy your food. And as an adult, I mean, when I was young, I did that, and as an adult, I am always rushing. Doing massage, sometimes you only get like 10 minutes or 15 minutes between clients, and you have to eat, clean your room, use the restroom. Like, so it's just
yeah,
like,
but when we shove that food down like we do, it's actually it's an awful thing to do to
yes.
ourselves and to our bodies. I mean, it's supposed to be a ritual and an art form,
Mhm.
but also, that way it gets us more in control of our bodies, and our body can tell us, what it needs and what it doesn't need.
Absolutely. And then there's this idea of when you're doing, so like if you're, it's not just about like whatever your religious beliefs are, whatever they are, but if you're eating and you're like just like shoving food in your mouth, you're not actually appreciating the food, and you're kind of maybe sending negative energy into the food because you're frustrated. You're like, I'm so frustrated. I'm rushing so much. I, instead of like when you're younger, maybe like when I was a kid, we used to sit down and we'd say grace, and you'd
Mhm.
thank, and that's not, I don't mean it necessarily in a religious way or that you literally have to say grace, but it's wonderful to think of like our food and all of the people who've made the food and how it's gotten to your table.
Yeah,
And
that's why
the
it's supposed to be like a ritual.
mhm. And the
Yeah.
more that you, yes, and the more that you appreciate the food, the the more you're going to enjoy it, and actually the slower and the more nutrition you'll get from it, and the easier it will digest.
And then the other thing too that I was thinking about too is that it's exactly what you say. So like if you've ever seen the water experiment, the way you talk to
Yes.
water. So when you're eating your food, so say you're in a hurry and you're eating your food and you're not getting the food that you want, but you still have to eat because you need the fuel to work or to move, go on to the next hour or whatever. But while we're eating, we're also not only are we eating in a rush, but we're putting down the food, like we're saying negative things about
Exactly.
ourselves while we're putting the food in our mouth and we're digesting it, and then we're feeling guilty if it's not real healthy, or if it's not in our diet, or if it's not something that we feel will be, just whatever. But we have all of these things going on. So we have all this negative self-talk. So the whole ritual, so like you said, if we would start to embrace food and meals differently, but we first have to acknowledge the fact that we do it. But it would be it would help our self-esteem. It would help our gut health. It would help it would help us be more in tune with what's going on with our bodies.
Absolutely. So let's start tapping.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a general just for anyone who may have any of these stomach issues or just indigestion or anything, which I think we all have experienced it at least once in our lives. Even though my digestion isn't great right now.
My digestion isn't great right now.
And my nutrition isn't great right now.
And my nutrition isn't great right now.
Maybe I've been comforting myself with food.
Maybe I've been comforting myself too much lately with food.
Maybe I felt rushed with food.
Maybe I felt rushed with food.
Maybe I've eaten things I know I shouldn't be eating.
Maybe I've eaten things I know that I shouldn't be eating.
Maybe I'm ashamed of some of the things I eat.
Maybe I'm ashamed of some of the things I've eaten or enjoy eating.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
I love ice cream with rainbow sprinkles, by the way. Soft serve. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Fried foods.
Fried foods. Pastries.
Maybe it's okay to like these things.
Maybe it's okay to like these things, and chocolate.
And chocolate. In moderation.
That's the key.
I'm giving myself permission.
I'm giving myself permission
to take care of my body.
To take care of my body.
And I'm releasing all fear in my body. Any fear in my stomach.
And enjoy my meals.
And I'm going to enjoy my meals. I'm releasing any fear I'm holding in my stomach.
I'm releasing any fear that I'm holding in my stomach.
I'm releasing any fear.
I'm releasing any fear.
Any disease.
Any disease.
Any stress.
Any stress.
Any locked up emotions.
Any locked up emotions. Any resentments.
Any resentments.
Any anger.
Any anger.
Any unfinished business.
Any unfinished business. Any hurt.
Any hurt. Or any hurt that I caused others.
Yeah, any guilt.
Guilt and shame.
Any shame. All of those emotions I'm releasing from my stomach and my digestive tract.
All these emotions I'm releasing from my stomach and my
digestive tract.
And my digestive tract. I became relaxed.
I'm allowing my stomach to have, and all of my digestive system to have the most healthy bacteria.
I'm allowing my stomach and all of my digestive system to have all of the healthy bacteria.
And to digest food in the most comfortable, healthy, responsible way. And I, right now, right here, I'm so grateful for the food on my plate.
And I'm here right now, so grateful, so thankful for the food that I have in my cupboards and in my plate and in my fridge.
And in my refrigerator. And I'm grateful for every bite.
And I'm grateful for every bite.
And every time I take a bite,
And every time I take a bite,
I give myself permission
I give myself permission
to savor the food I eat,
to savor the food I eat,
to take the time I need to take,
to take the time I need to take,
and enjoy the meal I'm having.
and enjoy the meal I'm having.
Whether it's a simple meal,
Whether it is a simple meal,
snack,
a snack,
whether it's something I shouldn't be eating.
whether it's a reward food,
Reward food, that's a good way to put it. Or something very healthy.
or something very healthy.
I'm just going to say I'm thankful.
I'm just going to say I'm thankful.
I'm thankful to have the food.
I'm thankful to have the food.
And I'm doing my best to eat what nourishes me.
And I'm doing the best I can to feed myself what nourishes me.
I am strong, wise, and powerful.
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 I'm letting go of anything holding me back.
I'm letting go of anything holding me back.
I am trusting my gut.
I am trusting my gut.
I am honoring my gut.
I am honoring my gut.
I'm sending so much love, gratitude, and healing to my
So
gut.
much love, gratitude, and healing to my gut.
I'm going to let my cells in my gut feel so empowered.
I'm going to allow myself in my gut to feel so empowered. I have to remind myself that this is my temple.
I have to remind myself this is my temple.
This is my home.
This is my home.
This is my shelter.
This is my shelter. That's beautiful. That was really, I love that.
Well, in reality, it is.
Yeah, it's our home.
Mm-hmm. I'm already feeling better. I felt a little, I could feel it was addressing something. You remember when I was telling you, and it's probably good for this video while I while we're doing the tapping, is that icky feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So like for you guys, I know that's not like a scientific term, and it's not like, but when you get that icky feeling whenever you're tapping or anything, you know, if there's like this icky feeling that comes over you, usually means that you are uncovering something, or, you know, something is a reminder or a belief is popping up, or, you know, something that uncomfortable feeling. And so I could feel a shift because I could feel that icky feeling. And what happens is it shifts and it moves, and it always moves to my left, and it like goes out that way for some reason. It's like the energy just moves that way. So.
That's so interesting. Yeah, I think the stomach is a very powerful, I think that's why people have digestive problems, because our emotions go there, you know?
Yeah. And like you've always said before about our ancestral stuff, you know, like our ancestral, that we take on all these things.
Absolutely.
I think I heard something last week, and I wasn't sure if you were with me or if we knew about this situation together, but there was gentleman talking about, and it was actually a tapper, so it may have been in Tapping World, but or Tapping Summit, but the energy, a lot of times when it releases, it goes and it was a meditation I did with somebody, but they were talking about the energy can go to you give it back to your ancestors.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
So, and it's usually they're sitting to the left of you. Well, maybe that's where I got that
Well,
from.
the left, so it's, if you do any ancestral healing, your ancestors will be behind you, and the left would be your mother and the right would be your father. And then
Yeah.
it can keep going back. So it can be it could be an older relative. So I've done a lot of family constellation work on the
Yeah.
receiving end.
Well, so it's going to
powerful stuff.
somebody.
It's going to somebody.
It feels like it's going to somebody that is not physically here. That's all
Well,
I
you're
know.
giving, so that what you're doing is you're actually giving so in like shamanism, what they'll call it is like giving stones
Mm-hmm.
or carrying the weight of
Mm-hmm.
our ancestors. So instead of carrying this thing to have a negative attachment, you want to build a positive attachment to the
Right.
lineage. So you
Mm-hmm.
can give back their baggage because
Yeah.
they're not here anymore. They're not living,
Yeah.
even if they're here, it's not yours.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to carry it. So that's really
Mm-hmm.
powerful. That's a really powerful signal that you've had a deep healing.
Yeah. So yeah, and then yeah. So I think I definitely felt it. That's why. But I can tell even after this tapping and after this video that I'm gonna have to continue to work. This is something that I have to work on, consistently for a while.
Well, it's so primal. I mean, what we eat, so it's not just what we eat in terms of eating healthy, but it's what we eat in terms of how we react to food, how we, like one of the times I've struggled with weight, and one of the times I lost the most weight, I was on vacation in Greece, and I was eating cheese and desserts for breakfast and like anything I wanted, but I was sitting there and savoring my food, and I was so happy, and I'd have
Mm-hmm.
French fry. I would have any and all. I mean, Greece has amazing food.
Yeah.
So, and I lost about 20 pounds.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
all how you take it in and how you perceive the food and how
Yeah.
you talk to the food. So like, I mean, even like the water experiment with the Japanese scientist is, what he was trying to say is that it doesn't matter. I mean, even if your food is not, if you have no choice and you have to eat food that you don't have a choice and it's not really healthy, but you have to eat something, then you can you can pretend it's something magnificent and something
Absolutely.
like, oh, I'm eating oatmeal, but it's like lobster.
Yeah, and you're making that special, because like when you're like, I always say, like when my grandma used to make me food, like she would make me, like breakfast might be oatmeal or grits, about grits, Cynthia. So
Mm-hmm.
like it would be simple food, but like she's making it with love. So you can make yourself something with love. You can make sure you have, have food so that when you're not rushing, you're having like that at least one meal a day where you're really savoring and you're really making yourself something really good for you,
And you reward yourself like you would like a dog, or this is you've had a good day, you're feeding yourself good food and you're taking care of yourself and you're like rewarding yourself, and don't look at it as a punishment
Absolutely.
for eating healthy.
Well, thank you so much, Cynthia. This is great.
Mm-hmm. So this is day 3.
Yeah, we're on day 3 of the 21-day challenge, and this is sort of an add-on to it. And but if you want to check out our 21-day challenge for self-esteem, that's a great video.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got confused. Sorry.
Well, it's good. We're sharing because it's actually really powerful, because like it came up for us while we were doing self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And it has such a tie-in to self-esteem, and I didn't even put it together until we were actually talking about it.
Mm-hmm. And changes are going on in everybody's life right now. Doesn't matter who you are.
Absolutely. And also, yes, like changes are going on, and we're constantly having to, our relationship. We're constantly having to reevaluate our relationship with food, dietary, what in our diet is good for us and what isn't. And it's the very core should be about nourishing ourselves and enjoying
and fuel
what we eat.
and fuel because it's like, we, no matter what flaws we have, it doesn't, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because this is our vehicle to make change.
Yeah. So if you would like to join us on Facebook at Empowering Wellness at Home, we have a group, and we'll share a link here. We also have 2 individual channels that you can like and subscribe to. We have lots of goodies. We have lots of surprises and good things that we've been working on. And anything else you'd like to add?
No, we're just getting ready for fall.
Yeah, it's
all the outdoor stuff is going on, and then once it starts getting colder, we're gonna have, and we'll have a lot more stuff to do once summer ties up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. I mean, it's like 90 something degrees out here, so it's still in summer. I may be in air conditioning, but
we want to come up with, we want to do a lot of different cool things and projects and collaborations, and that is our goal, because we know these are hard, very difficult times, and it will help us, but we also want to help you and help as many people as we can.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's like so inspiring and so true that we're here because we are so passionate about tapping, EFT, and what it's done for us. So we want to share it and
what it keeps doing for us too, because we're a work in progress, just like everyone else.
Yes.
We're all in progress.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. Bye.
Ciao, ciao for now.